Amanda, Oscar, Aracena, Rodolfo, Ayala, Antonio, Juan, Chavez, Martinez.
We come together because we believe that God can be mightier than evil, that tradition can be stronger than hatred.
How long shall the wicked exalt, O Lord? They gush out, they speak arrogance. All the workers of iniquity bear themselves loftily. They crush thy people, O Lord. They afflict thy heritage. They slay the widow and the stranger. They murder the fatherless, the trans, the gay, the lesbian, the genderqueer, the bisexual, the gay men. And they say, the Lord will not see, the Lord will not hear, the God of Jacob will not give heed. Consider ye brutish, O people, ye fools, don't you understand? He that planted the ear, shall he not hear? He had formed the eye, shall he not see? Can you not hear us? Can you not see us? The Lord will not cast off his people, nor will he forsake his inheritance. For right shall return unto justice, and the upright in heart shall follow it. Who will rise up with me against those who do such harm? Who will stand up with me against the workers of iniquity?
My name is Joanna Ware. I am the Boston Regional Director of Keshet. Keshet works for the full inclusion and equality of LGBTQ Jews in Jewish life.
I'm Padre Angel Marrero, and I am the priest developer of a new Latino Lutheran community in Waltham, Massachusetts.
My name is Peggy Hayes. I'm from Dignity Boston, which is a community of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender Catholics
who are marginalized, who are brutalized, who are demonized as gay, lesbian, bi, transgender, and gay, as Latinx, as people of color, as Muslims, as Jews, as people of all faiths, or those without any faith, as seekers for justice and equality. We lift our pain to you, O God. We lift our anger to you, O God. But we lift up our hope to you, O God, in the promise of a loving God who comforts us, who loves us for who we are.
Hi, my name is Elaine Zecher, and I'm the incoming Senior Rabbi of Temple Israel of Boston.
My name is Cameron Partridge, and I'm an Episcopal priest and a university chaplain serving at Boston University, and a theological educator serving at Harvard Divinity School and Episcopal Divinity School. And I'm an openly transgender man.
This multi-faith prayer vigil for Orlando, and I think it is really important for us as leaders and as people of faith to come together to mourn and also to acknowledge the responsibility that we have for millennia of fostering in our midst theologies and ideas that go against the dignity of humanity. So I'm glad that I have been able to be part of this.
We owe a great deal to the people who are out there in the streets helping to shape a world that's better. We are challenged to make good the loss that we now feel, the loss of these incredible souls.
So to be able to look around the room tonight, to be able to see the tears, to be able to feel that love that was in the room is very important for us here at Temple Israel, and we hope to continue to be a very strong presence in the greater Boston community of inclusiveness and welcoming, and to be able to have not just moments of celebration, but also recognizing that there is a place to bring people together when there is deep sadness.
It was really important to me to be able to come together with other members of the LGBTQ community, people of various traditions. Oftentimes people who are in the LGBTQ community who are people of faith feel stretched or sort of pressed from within either of those groups, and it's really important for us to be able to come together and be present in the wake of the mass shootings. So many people I know including myself, have been struggling a lot in the last few days, and it's just been incredibly important to gather in community, to support one another, to receive support from across different traditions. I was especially moved tonight that we had LGBT people of Christian, Jewish, and Muslim faiths coming together, and probably other traditions as well.
It was very important to gather tonight to mourn the people who died in Orlando, because these were people who were gathered in what we would call a sacred space. They were gathered in LGBTQ space, a bar, a nightclub, but that can also be a place where people meet, people feel like they can be themselves. In fact, our community got started in a gay bar at the Randolph Country Club in 1972.
After a murder in the Jerusalem Pride Parade of a young woman, Shira Banki, who perished as an ally. He called out to the crowd and said, in Deuteronomy it says that when there's a body found and no one knows who caused the death, then the elders of the town walk out and wash their hands on that broken heifer and say, our hands did not spill this blood. And then he claimed, our hands have spilled this blood. We are responsible in our language, in our communal frame, in the way in which we treat each other, in the way in which we understand our sacred texts. We are responsible. How can we as a community change the world in which such travesties occur?
Queer people of faith needed a space to be with one another in which our LGBTQ identities were held and centered, in which we could access spiritual healing as fully ourselves, and in which we could bring our faith traditions together.
I've been really thinking a lot about queer Muslims this week and the ways in which they are bearing so much and dealing with so much. I've been thinking about members of the LGBTQ community who are people of color, particularly Latinx folks. It's just intersectionality is so important to our coming together in community, and we just need these kinds of gatherings more than ever to work together and walk together.
As a Jew and as a queer Jew, I have in my own family, in my own communities, histories of oppression, contemporary experiences with oppression, and I feel like it is our obligation to stand in solidarity, particularly as a white person, with LGBTQ people of color, LGBTQ Latinx communities, and with Muslim communities, all of whom right now are hurting deeply.
Of all the good things you can do for people, welcoming in the stranger is the greatest. Welcoming in the stranger, because Abraham and Sarah did it, is the highest of all gimilut chasadim, kindnesses one can offer. And he says, strangely, walking with them on the way out of your home is even greater. And one who does not accompany the guest in the street, it is as if they shed blood. If you welcome me into your synagogue, great. If you welcome me into your mosque and church, wonderful. If you welcome me into your home and institution, great. Walk with us in the street. Walk with us in the street. We are failing to walk. We are failing to walk with those most vulnerable, and most needing of comfort, and most needing of support. And in doing so, we will fulfill fully the law of love.
And I pray for the movement that hopefully will arise from this.
The work of battling homophobia belongs to all of us.
Juan Pablo Rivera Velasquez, Frankie Jimmy De Jesus, Luis Daniel Wilson, Gerald Arthur Wright. We have work to do.